Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome back to Vampyr, where you join me actually back here in Whitechapel, because the leader of a secret order of vampire hunters said you must recover my notebook, but under no circumstances read it. There are things that not even immortals were supposed to know, which means of course this has gone straight to the top of my to-do list, mainly because I want to read the secret book, and apparently it's going to be somewhere around here in Whitechapel. So, let's track her down. And this is like a good way in. I've just skipped over the top with that little balcony up there. Yeah, this door wasn't working. I'm close. I'm definitely close, but what am I... Oh, no, that's just Shaoshan. That's fine. That's not quite right, though. How am I going to get into this secret area? Because it could be anywhere within here. Ah, this looks better. Ah, wait, hang on. I know exactly where I'm going.
Later.
I've been here before. I'll return later. Why will you return later? This seems like the right sort of place.
It's locked, all right.
Yeah, but this is totally 100% the right building.
I cannot enter.
Right. Well, this is it, but given the game did just say I will return later, it feels like potentially that's gated behind something. Fine. I know what that destination is, but I cannot get there just yet. Tragically. Now, one other thing I must do. There we go. I've now opened up the shortcut that exists between the West End and this little area of also sort of the West End, but also sort of not. Anyway, that's a good shortcut. With that, I can get down to the other big, interesting submission I'm in the middle of, which is, yeah, I want to figure out what the hell happened to my dad, who just abandoned us, and has promised if I solve some riddles, he'll tell me exactly what went on. Now, I've also remembered last time I did see that, yeah, Swansea had new dialogue. I'm wondering if that dialogue is something to do with my original application as an intern here, which I believe is the clue I'm supposed to be following up on. No, tragically, nothing about that little sub-quest. Fine. We're on our own to find that. Aha! I've found the letter. It was just down here.
My departure for France as a promising student. My return as a brilliant surgeon, about to be killed. Transformed.
I'm guessing that this here box is, yeah, not there until you start this quest, because this is a little bit out of the way, certainly. Fine, so let's see what we got here. So nothing too much. He saw how disappointed and sad I was when I didn't actually get into the Pembroke the first time I applied. The dark side of the reeds, a dark hint towards depression or something. The reason why I must go, now I know I'm condemned. I'm sick, my son, death will come soon. I refuse to be seen like this by those I love. My fault and my decision. Okay, you're so far away learning with this Dr. Karen in Paris how to transfuse blood to save patients. What is going on here? In a few days, I'll go where I stood when you left us for France. There I'll leave a last gift for you. There I'll vanish, never to come back. So he got sick, something that was terminal, and chose to take his own life, probably, rather than, you know, decline in front of his family. And we are heading over to Southwark, where he apparently saw me off for France, for one final gift. Okay, well, off we go to wrap things up then. Right, back at Southwark, for the first time since the very beginning of the game, in fact, so back south of the river. Now the question is, where exactly is this safe? And also, there's bloody vampire hunters everywhere, which I guess I shouldn't be too surprised about. There is like a great hunt going on right now and all of that. Ah, didn't quite hit you. That's a shame. Yeah, it's somewhere very close by to here. Aha. This could be it. This feels like about the right sort of space. Got ourselves, come on, somewhere dotted around here. Ah, wait, hang on. Just walked straight past it. Now, how do I know how to open the safe? Expensive what? You have got to be kidding me. One watch. 4-step quest and I get one flipping watch. That's less valuable than the random junk I just pulled out of this cabinet. Oh, here's fun. This is actually the same building I came through and got my first steak out of. Apparently, that was where my father just left a watch. In a safe for no particularly well-explained reason. Still, I suppose it'll make my mother and butler feel better, so next time I'm passing by that part of the world, I guess I'll tell them. Now, there was another little quest down here while I'm actually down this side of the world. Edwina Cox said, hey, go and make sure the gravediggers pay the tax they're supposed to pay to me as a crime lord or whatever. But I decided to interpret that as, what if I just go and murder all of the gravediggers? Because, you know, that's probably a good thing. Because, you know, gravediggers during an epidemic. So, you know, probably best that plague pits don't get disturbed. Oh, and speaking of plague pits, here I am exactly where I actually started off. Marvellous. And they appear to be already pretty dead, actually. Ah, but here's where things get a little bit more interesting. There's some form of conspiracy going on here. So, mission to loot corpses in Southwark. Only say it wants to deal with it. Be glad I didn't report your protest to Edwina. She might go there herself to cut your balls off. Little Bird also told me you made a few jokes about what I saw by the pier. So now I'm just a loony scared by his own shadow. Or a nutcase who mumbles and trembles like an old woman about ghost stories. I like it when my boys are happy. Be assured that nutcase will come and piss on your bloody carcasses. Okay, so he saw a monster by the pier. Intriguing. And we can either report the deaths or hide the truth. Okay, question is, which pier are we talking about here? This is rather interesting.
This is my watch. Damn grave robbers.
Oh, and I got my own watch back. Right, so far out of this trip I've managed to get 2 separate watches. Marvellous. So here we go, Edwina and Booth Digby. Let's start off with her. Now, it's the right thing to do in terms of screwing her over, lie or tell the truth. So yes, indeed. I've already made it to the mass grave.
I managed to reach the mass grave in Southwark. It was not pleasant.
Spare me the details, Dr. Reed. All I want to know is what happened to those bastards who owed me money.
So they're dead or they're nowhere to be found. Okay, what's the point of saying it one way or the other? Okay, it feels like the best thing to do is tell her the gravediggers are dead, because if people just die when they go there, maybe she'll stop sending more people.
I'm afraid those bastards, as you call them, are in the mass grave.
Dead? Shit. That money would have been useful. Well, I'll tell my boys to avoid the place if it's that dangerous.
Yes. Everybody should avoid that place until further notice.
Okay then, Doctor. It looks like you deserve your reward after all. The Wet Boot Boys thank you for your help.
There we go, that's actually been useful. That's actually helped out the world. That will hopefully stop contagion spreading. And we've got ourselves a couple of new things with her as well. So we know she's in a relationship, kind of, with Booth Digby. But I feel like he likes her more than she likes him.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Well, fair enough. It seems like she's happy. That's nice.
I'm not that easily shocked, Miss Cox. You can speak freely about your lover if you so wish.
The poor bastard is good to me, if you must know. He makes me feel good. And that's a first.
So you're just like any other couple, after all, are you not?
Yeah, we're so ordinary that I'd put a bullet in his head if he ever cheated on me.
Alright, lovely. And yeah, what about this talk of monsters on the pier?
Tell me your feelings about Booth's belief in monsters, Edwina.
It makes him look weak in front of the boys, that's my feeling about it. But ghosts don't scare me.
You don't believe he really saw something, then?
I don't care what he saw or not. All I know is that a real man keeps his fears to himself if he wants to be obeyed.
Okay, interesting. We've also just learned... we've now learned everything about her. So as she's a local crime lord, I feel like potentially when we hit Mesmerise 5, we might be coming back for her. That could definitely be a good thing. But that will also hopefully give us some nice options for him. Let's figure out what we've got here. Will you stop just randomly shooting things, please? Right, we've got to have a chat about this monster. Because I suspect it's real, because, you know, monsters are actually real. Though first up, let's continue with the couples counselling. Yeah, Edwina seems to have a vague suspicion you might be unfaithful and will murder you if you are.
Do you know Edwina suspects you to be unfaithful?
Edwina's the one who asked to be called Mrs. Cox, even though Clay hadn't touched her for such a long time.
You have not answered my question.
She's a passionate woman. I've no doubt she'll shoot me down if I ever betray her, but that's not going to happen. I love her as she is.
Yeah, that seems reasonable, and yes, the monsters.
I know you believe monsters are real, Booth.
They are. I know, I saw one, but no one believes me.
Oh, I 100% believe you. Go on, tell me what you saw.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a few years ago. Clay Cox was still the boss then. He'd sent me to the shipyard to find out who was stealing tools and ropes at night.
Go on.
First, I thought it was an old lady with a limp. It looked frail and crooked. Then I saw it grab a bloody beam and lift it like it was a stick. I shouted. It looked straight at me.
Do you know what it was?
It was all eyes and long teeth, but I couldn't see its face. I shot at it when it moved towards me and I hit it. And then it jumped and vanished in the shadows.
You could have imagined all that. These docks can be so gloomy at night. With the fog and the wind and the boats creaking.
No, Doctor. That night I saw the fucking sewer dog for real. It's not a beast like the stories say. It's the ghost of an old woman. Bullets can't stop it. But no one believes me.
Ooh, I believe you. Let's go find it. Come on, tell me where it is.
Are your friends mocking you?
Even Edwina told me once to never speak about it, but I know what I saw. And it wasn't human. Not human at all.
Ooh, interesting. Come on, there must be a way to follow up on this. Well, it doesn't actually seem to have started off a new investigation, so possibly it's something I've already killed. I mean, the expression sewer dog, I thought that referred to, what's his face? Fergal, who's already dead. But then Fergal doesn't really look like the ghost of an old woman so much, so interesting. I'm just not quite sure what's going on there. Oh, and very conveniently, in the building right next to where Booth Digby actually stands, I just found myself a letter. A letter that makes it clear Booth Digby wants out of the gang to be an accountant somewhere else. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Let's have a chat with Edwina first, because, you know, I think this might be just quite frankly hilarious. Ah, but tragically I cannot immediately snitch on him, as funny as that would be. And yes, indeed, you're tired of being a criminal and want to become an accountant by the sounds of it.
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know.
Alright, so nothing much comes out of that, but it's just nice that, you know, all these characters have little lairs, which you only discover if you go digging around every single nook and cranny. It's very lovely. Right, back in the West End. Now, who around here haven't I met just yet? There's a few people dotted around here. Right, that's Clarence, my old best friend. Need to run into his wife before we can really do much more with him. Ah, yes, we have a suffragette over here. Perfect, let's have a chat with one of you.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Well, at least one person can see my obviously blood-red vampire eyes.
What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury.
Aha!
My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
Oh, this is really cool. So this is actually Elizabeth's daughter, so potentially my future stepdaughter if me and Elizabeth work out. Okay, this is cool. So, yeah, what's a vampire's take on the neighbourhood?
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, indeed I did.
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. Is something bothering you, by the way, Charlotte?
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Well, you won't quite get it after the end of this World War, but wait another World War, and yeah, we make some good steps in that direction. Anyway, tell me about your adoption.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
And yes, indeed, do we happen to know who your real parents are, or is that kind of a rude thing to ask a vampire?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And one day, I'll have my death to face.
Intriguing. And how did you actually run into Lady Ashbury then?
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Econ, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Okay. This is interesting, but we don't actually know why out of an entire orphanage full of people, Elizabeth picked Charlotte in particular. This is fascinating. And naturally, Charlotte has something she needs for me to do as well. Her friend Emily has gone missing, so I guess we'll be tracking her down. And okay, the one thing we picked out of there that was significant is... why did she adopt you in particular? Go on, let's push the point here.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Oh, wait! Are you not a vampire? I thought you were a vampire. Are you not a vampire? Hang on, sorry, did we not clarify on that point? I'm not sure anyone ever specifically said that she turned this girl. She said that she had a daughter who was headstrong. She said she was adopted. Ooh, I'm not sure anyone's actually specifically said that she's a vampire or not, and there's no way for me to check because, yeah, the medical thing doesn't actually show you. Right. Interesting. So, let's actually, as potentially this is going to be my stepdaughter, let's actually go rescue her best friend. Oh, and perfect timing, this is actually going to bring me to the one bit of the West End I haven't been down to yet. Spot on. So, down here into the back streets, then turn left, and that should bring me to the right area. And also, by the way, aha, we've got someone new here. By any chance, are you Venus, the wife of my best friend?
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am... Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No, it's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
Right, interesting. Me and her should join a club because I eat rats all the time too, so... Okay, I could lead her off to one side if we want to. She does seem to be basically healthy. There's a fair few secrets we can learn about her yet. What the heck's going on with you? Well, so far, we can't really figure out much about her, to be honest. She just speaks mostly gibberish about a voice in her head telling her to shut up and eat rats. But we need a bunch of hints before we can do anything. Fine, we'll have to come back for you later. And no quest kicks off? No. No quest either. Fine. So we're going to have to watch you very, very carefully, because at some point you're going to start flashing and do a secret thing. Then we can follow you and spy on you, and that will probably give us a clue and a bit of an opening. So let's leave you for now. Instead, go over here and try and find Emily's house, which I believe we should already be very, very close by to. In fact, actually, this might be it right here. 30 meters away. Can we give this... Yep, there we go.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Jonathan, is that you? I did not know you were back in London. Oh, my dear Johnny. I'm so sorry for your loss. Mary was such a sweetheart.
Thank you, Venus. May I come in?
I was going to bed, actually.
Okay, and I could talk my way inside, but I'd need Mesmerize level 4. Fine. Leave that be for the time being, but that's where Venus is, inside this house, who also seems to wander around wearing a laurel wreath. So that's
Forgive me.
of interest. You just basically stay there, and oh yes, she'd allow me in if it were daytime, but of course it's the middle of the night, and I can't visit her in the daytime. Oh well, no matter. Right, a little bit further in this direction then. Keep on keeping on. Sooner or later we'll find... Aha! This seems closer to where I need to go. And this place also seems a little bit all boarded up. Right, round here somewhere. How are we gonna get in? And another convenient thing I might need later, yeah, this gate down to the North Docks is now open, so I think every single locked from one side gate shortcut in the entire game should now be open and available. Right, I think I have an alternative solution. I cannot find my way into this house here, but down over here, there's another sewer. I'm heading down underground, I think. Though so far, this doesn't seem to be bringing me anywhere, but yeah, way off the flippin' map. I am off the edge of the map right now. On the plus side, there is money off the edge of the map, so that'll do. And also some people have started writing beware in giant letters on the wall, so I'm guessing we're walking into trouble. And also blood, smears of blood, which weirdly does not trigger my vampire sensors. So that's odd too. What is going on down here exactly? Ah, wait, hang on. I know this room. This is a room I've been into before. This is the room where I fought Fergal. But now, I've got myself a shortcut elsewhere as well. Fine, we're just slowly filling up the sewers a little bit here. That brings me to... Yes, this is where I've been before, but now that Fergal's dead, I can actually skip over the top. And I can actually start making some progress. Question is, what on earth exactly is here, if anything? Well, this brings me in the right direction, but also feels like it's a bit of a dead end. So I'm not really sure that helped me much. Well, this is clearly the house, but it's pretty obvious the way I'm supposed to go in. Up to there, up to there, up to there, in through the window. Unfortunately, it looks like the only way to get up there is through that door. So I'm guessing that's gated behind accessing Venus, and Venus is gated behind Mesmerize 4. So in which case, we will get onto that as soon as we can, but I need to do another little plot thing. So yeah, it feels like a few little quests are gated behind making some progress. Which in all fairness is probably fair, because the game did very specifically say, hey, don't dawdle, go straight to the bloody Vampire Club. And I have been dawdling, so let's go to the Vampire Club in that case. Now remember what we were told. Be respectful. That's the most important part.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
And it would appear either they've grabbed some of these guys off the street, or potentially, yeah, there's been an assault that didn't go well. Possibly from the trashed room, yeah, they tried to assault this place. Didn't exactly go well for you. And before I meet our little person here, let's just quickly scavenge around and, yeah, grab anything important. That's just general history. That's locked for the time being. Fine. Can't escape just yet. looks like we have to meet Redgrave first. And hello, what's this? Ooh, a good dagger. And I've already got an offhand weapon that absorbs blood. I got Giselle's dagger, alright game. You're a bit late with the tooltip there. And that comes with, yeah, 10 blood absorption with an attack speed of 10 and stamina 15 cost. That is... It's literally the same as Giselle's, except actually that's at level 3, so Giselle's dagger improved would actually be better. So that's kind of embarrassing for you bastards, really, isn't it? And here we go. This will be the man himself, and not just the man himself, but a lot of other people too. Some of them we recognise, even though we've never met them, because presumably that makes sense, because they're well-known celebrities and politicians and what have you. Some of them... not so much. So, who do you recognise? Lord Finney, Lord Sheffield, yeah. A bunch of politicians, just like we were told. These guys hang out here knowing these guys are vampires because they're looking for immortality as a reward. Good system. Well, if you're a vampire anyway.
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here!
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Oh, close friend, proven useful, admire her. Let's say... okay, the important thing is, just lie in order to get in with them, so... if they say she's useful, I say she's useful.
She has proved to be helpful on many occasions.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Intriguing. So they consider, yeah, that the epidemic isn't just vampirism, it's skull vampirism specifically, which is bad, because they don't really work for you guys. So go on then, explain, why now, what's going on, actually why now, why me? Yeah, why me? Is it just because I'm quite strong?
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
And indeed, that's correct. And be polite. The whole point was we have to be respectful and polite. Come on, Jonathan, behave.
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Okay. Looks like I have no choice but to say yes, but any chance you're willing to answer some questions?
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
Right, so, membership, purpose, and yeah, I did kinda kill one of yours.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Okay, intriguing. What does membership actually mean?
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
And I'm guessing, given you've converted a fair few politicians, there's an element of, if tacit, but still official recognition.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Alright, and you mentioned obeying, not 100% on that.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members. And I do appreciate obedience.
It sounds a little bit on the dubious side.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
Alright, and yes, forgive me, but what does Ascalon actually mean?
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
Intriguing, and yes, William Marshall, we've heard that name before. You claim him as your sire.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
Alright, interesting. And, as I have no other choice, I guess I join.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation. Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Alright. So we are a member. Now, I'm rather interested in you, because you, my good man, are clearly not a vampire, unlike everyone else here. So what's your deal?
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
Indeed, I'm absolutely fine. I'm just going to pretend I'm cool with all of this. Ah, you're Dawson! Right, I know about you, at least in passing.
I feel perfectly fine. Do I have cause for concern?
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Indeed, I've heard of you. Right, I'm just going to do the rounds around these vampires here, meeting the various lords. Lord Sheffield and Lord Hamsley. See if anyone here's got anything interesting to say. And the answer is no, because they're not even willing to speak to me. Marvellous. You think they would? I'm the new member. I'm pretty exciting and sexy and whatever, but alright, over to Redgrave it is, I suppose.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago, well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
And indeed, I'm guessing you know of Swansea because he seems interested in vampires and not entirely opposed to them.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
Okay, these guys seem fairly reasonable so far. So, let's get to the point here. Skulls and the epidemic seem fundamentally linked.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Skulls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
I see. But some of the Skulls are peaceful. Like, plenty of them aren't. Fair enough. Let's actually not go down that route. I think that would be impressive. But Skulls are victims too, but... Okay, I want to get his response. Because yes, indeed, old Bridget and her Skulls, for the moment, seem under control. But equally, I trusted the actual Skull Sean, and that didn't work out. Within a day, he'd gone nuts and murdered everyone. No. Based on what I've seen so far, the vast majority of the time, even Skulls that swear they're harmless don't actually turn out to be. They're victims. I'll go for that. That's the good middle ground.
Skulls are hostile vectors of contagion. That is a fact. But first and foremost, they are victims.
I agree, Dr. Reed. Most of the new Skulls who roam the streets at night used to be good British citizens. But they must be put down nevertheless.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
And, oh, I'm guessing that's going to be Mesmerize 4. Lovely. And a pile of XP as well. So, new thing here, find the source of the infection. Marvellous. So, main quest, investigate the citizens about the infection. However, I don't actually want to be cracking on with that. Instead, just ignore you, crazy rat woman. Now I've got Mesmerized 4, I should be able to talk my way into Venus's house and also investigate Emily immediately thereafter. Go on, Venus, let me in.
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan. At least you survived the Great War.
And here we go. Inside Crossley's house. And yeah, here's Venus Crossley, dressed up very, very dapper, it must be said. And let me just very quickly rob you of everything you own, and I'll get to you afterwards. Because we know from her husband that, yeah, there's trouble in paradise, so we need to potentially sort that out as soon as I'm done robbing you. Lovely. Actually, let me just check upstairs as well. Ah, here we go. Venus's journal. We need some of this. And nothing we didn't already know. Venus is very embarrassed that her husband's spending money on pamphlets about vampires. And here's one of his pamphlets. He thinks the place where the vampires are hanging out is called the Lost Library. Okay, where traitors gather occult and lost books. £1,000 for the first person who provides proof. Unfortunately, he's already spent his entire pension for the military and some of his savings. So, not going well. Right, that's everything I've got here, and that might provide some more options with you. Venus, let's have a chat.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Venus.
So you returned from the war in one piece too. Thank God. My Clarence is back home too.
How is the old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing ghosts and chimeras. Clarence has changed a lot since he returned from the war, you know.
Yes, indeed. Problems. And let's just start off with, you know, the important stuff here. Any chance you know where the infection comes from?
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
The McPhersons. I heard they locked themselves in their own house.
They could just be afraid of getting sick.
Perhaps you're right. But if I were you, I'd pay them a visit. A big house, reachable through a courtyard, to the north of the railway bridge.
Aha! I think that's actually where I need to go for the secret journal. Okay, so that might be of use. So, let's dig into the important stuff. The reputation of your family.
Venus, why do you worry so much about your family's reputation?
Everyone laughs at Clarence now. And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinions. I'm a leper in my own community.
Oh dear. And what else can we learn? Nothing without any hints, so we're barely even scratching the surface here. Fine. So we'll leave you be for the time being, Venus. I'll be back later. Now, I believe this should let me into Emily's house as well, because there's a door out the back of your bedroom. Out here. And this should allow me to get over to... This door needs to... This door could do with closing, actually. This must be the right way to go. There we go, up to there. Fine, so straight up there and into Emily's house. Spot on. Let's see what we got here.
No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign. No sign of a struggle. It seems Charlotte's friend knew the killer and let him in.
Alright. Now, what is going on here? Ah, this will be useful. A love letter. My dear Jacques. Alright, so we've got ourselves a lead. And I want to feel your teeth again on my lips. Oh, excruciating pain. Yeah, she's in love with a vampire. So yeah, she wants to be turned into a vampire herself and then toy with Charlotte. Interestingly, then I'll turn her into one of us too and we'll rule the Knights of London and cleanse the city. Oh dear.
Emily wanted to become a vampire. Something must have gone wrong. Someone is responsible for this mess. But who?
Jacques, Jonathan. His name's Jacques. We've literally just seen his name in the letter. And hello. Speckling of blood on the sheets.
Blood. I should follow the trail.
Right. We got ourselves a trail to follow. Marvellous. Now, where's the... Ah, there we go. Is there fall damage in this game? No, good. Marvellous. Right, let's see what we got. Are you taking her down in two? Yep. You're taking her down into the docks. Alright. Keep on keeping on. North Dock and... Big splodge of blood. Alright. Where's the next thing after that? Now, here we go. More round here and... Oh! Hello! Excuse me. Can't help but notice, you by a corpse there, holding a sword.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I appreciate the invitation, but I'm here to solve the mystery concerning the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
I should have known it was the bloody French. Why is it always the bloody French? Right, you're Jacques then.
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond de Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service, my dear cousin.
Oh, are you French? Yes! Yes, Jonathan, I think he's French. Right, so I followed the blood trail. I'm here for this girl, and by the way, she's the best friend of the daughter of a very powerful vampire I happen to probably be in love with, so you are so screwed right now.
I followed the trail of blood from her room to here.
Oh, you're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last redingote.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
Her body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
Okay. Interesting. Like, technically she asked for it and she got it, but he's also a bastard. So... as he's French.
Your cruelty deserves punishment, sir.
And what else is new?
And oh, blimey! Well, that was harsh. Excuse me. No, you don't. No, you flippin' don't. No, you flippin' don't. Right, also, he is... No, wait a second. He's from... I've already got the shotgun. Shotgun! There we go. So, level 30. That's fine. Now, any chance we can... Okay, gotta watch out for him a little bit. He's not nothing, actually. And avoid... Excuse me. Will you stay away from... Okay, ultimate ability. Sometimes this just fails, by the way. And, okay, it actually worked this time. Good. Right. Attack, 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 attack. Oh, yeah, he's taking decent damage at least. And get a bit more health back. Oh, he's got a good charge on him. Mind? No, no, no. Hold still. And then go, go, and go, and go. Oh, he's got a good block on him as well. Lardy flippin' dar. And then stay back, and blood spear. Oh, he's avoid. Avoid! You cannot avoid that sword. It's hard to do. He's really flipping fast. Go! Blimey heck. You, my... Okay, you know what? I'm just going to stab you for a bit. I'm just going to stab you for a bit because screw you. And you just hold still while I get that back. And go, 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 go. Yeah, that worked pretty well. Screw you, basically. Lovely. Any chance I can get your sword? Is it a good sword? It's not that much of a good sword. Right, well, I've killed the Ascalon. Report to Charlotte. I'm very sorry. I did try. Any chance she had anything good on her, by the way? And the answer is no. Unfortunately not. Right, let's go report that to Charlotte. I'm very, very sorry. Now, I've got some really, really bad news for you, Charlotte. But first, logically, you seem to be very intelligent and up to date with all the real information. What do you think about the infection?
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
Okay, that might be Louise and What's-Her-Face. I can't remember their surnames, but I'll go and check it out anyway. And I've found Emily, but it's not good news.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure to become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood?
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
And there we... Ooh! Is that a level 5 stake? I approve. And apparently that's everything I needed to know. Those 2 houses are in fact the 2 ones I needed, so I now know what I'm actually going for. So first source the infection, second source the infection. Right, but first, where's Angry Shouting Man who's worried about vampires? Because he's right, and now I've spoken to his wife, I imagine we'll have more we can say with him. There he is. Hello, Clarence. Let's have a chat. Actually, weirdly, that hasn't unlocked anything with him, so... I'm not sure how we make progress with those 2 in their marriage, but no matter, we'll come back to him later. So, site of infection. Let's go find one of them. I think there's one very close by around here. Shouldn't be too difficult to find. Oh, hello. We got vampire hunters. Right. And what can we do with you? Any chance of overhearing something or stun? Yay! We get in for the early stun. Get the bite in. Oh, this is the first time we've bitten someone in bloody ages. Right. No. Oh, I'm trapped in a corner. This is not good. Right. Let's just get over to... Why can I not... Right, I think that's technically a different zone, so you're not allowed to actually lock on from one to the other. Right, now I can lock on to you. Oh, you're about to do something really cocking bad, aren't you? And blood... Oh dear. Someone else is behind me. This is no good at all. Right, we can finish you off and then quickly go into that. You need some flipping blood magic. And there we go. That works way better for you. And get the blood back. Oh, I need to do some healing. And blood. And yeah, that just works so much better. Avoid. And another blood dart for you. Oh yeah, you hit really hard. These guys are so resistant. You've just got to use the blood magic. Otherwise, nothing works. Right. That's them taken care of pretty nicely. Now, I'm going to guess there's more people as need killing yet. Oh, yeah. Few more that need to go down. We need to take out the pre-one before we've got any chance of getting into these houses. Now, into the back streets. I think this is where we're going next. And also just go through the dustbins at the same time. Ah! This place was locked previously. Well, this all makes sense. Grab myself some blood. I'm heading into a combat scenario. Up we go. Now, what's going on? Oh, blimey. Blood. Lots of flipping blood. What on earth is all of this?
This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage.
Alright, so out of control vampire. Fine. We've seen those guys before. And, conveniently, we got footsteps to follow. So, follow the blood trail and... Oh. No, that's fine. That's just the noise of me looting. And we've got... Here we go. Someone else. Who are you exactly?
He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture.
Right, well, something's gone very badly wrong here. Well, keep following the splashes of blood. Hang on, do any of these lead outside? That's not a door, John. Right. Downstairs. Person number 3.
This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
Alright, and more yet. And there we go. We got ourselves someone over there. A trail of blood to follow. Alright, just keep robbing the place first. Don't think there's anything else here. Out we go. And not out. Hello. Who exactly are you? Because you're alive, and that concerns me. Yeah, and... Oh, no. Cutscene. We know he's alive. We know he's alive. Uh-oh. Oh, what the cock are you?
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending.
I saw your heart beating. I have vampire sensors.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent.
Right, let's just start things off with a nice massive stab from the underworld. There we go, that works pretty nicely. Now, can we actually stagger you with these weapons? It would appear that for the most part we can actually. Now, hold still, hold flipping still, and up to you. Right. Oh yeah, this doesn't seem too bad at all. Ah, you're basically a boss, Icor thing. Oh, gotta watch out for the gas. Though. Gotta watch out for the gas. Really gotta watch out for the gas. The gas is a problem. The gas is a problem. The gas is a problem. No, watch out, remember. Okay, wait. What are you resistant to? Really resistant to blood and my ultimate abilities. Okay, that's fine. Reload the shotgun. It didn't need to be reloaded. Oh, you've got some nasty stuff there. And boom! Hang on, just stay away from her, stay away from her. Watch out for her horrible, gunky stuff. Actually, she's pretty much dead. Get in there. Job done. And did I just die from her exploding? No, I bet I just died from being in the gas. Oh, that was stupid. I could have just gone for a flipping blood spear. A blood spear would have been fine and safe. Except is she's still dead, though. Is she still dead? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Has this completely broken the game? No, luckily it hasn't. There's a note here. So, the Fletcher Acting School. Dear Elsa, with the greatest joy confirming this letter your acceptance as a private student into my acting school. Okay, Doris. She mentioned Doris. Fine. And what exactly is... Yeah, so she was accepted. But her family mocked her, so she decided to become a vampire and murder them all. Bit OTT, really.
So... this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school.
And by any chance, is that going to be where she got herself infected? That could be a lead. We need to watch out at the second place. Oh, we've just stepped out here, and there does seem to be a bit of a trail of blood. So that's typically a good idea to follow it. Oh, hello! Avoid! And we'll just give you a good bit of stabbing. So you're a level 29er. Nothing too bad. Freeze! And thank you. Just hold still. Lovely. Now we can just keep going. Gotta love these guys. And keep your distance. Oh, he got his hands on me. That's a bit of a shame. Right. Heal up. And then avoid, and then actually we'll start having you being down on the ground. And I'm ready for another stun in a second. Hold still, and go, and that should be enough to finish you off. Lovely. Right, so you dead, that's fine. Now who did you, hang on, get your stuff off you. Now who exactly did you just kill? Anyone important? No, just some random person from the pre-one. Right, and the second one just around the corner here. This looks about perfect, and this is...
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for?
Under quarantine? But in which case, how are we gonna... Aha! Looks like there's a way round to get into me. Gotta love the map work in this game. How if you look at the map, you can actually find other ways round and all the rest of it. Right, hello over there. You're level 22, which is not good for... Oh! You, however, are more dangerous. Yes, you are... Oh, blimey, and she also exploded. I really don't like those Icor people. And... Excuse me. Hold still, please. Thank you. We'll just start working... Oh, you're level 26. You are not even that bad. Don't forget to get a bit of healing in on occasion. And just also... Blood Spear. That'll keep you distracted. And I should be able to finish you off with this round of main attacks. Lovely. And yes, indeed, we got a back way in here. So, where are we now? We are... Okay, that was actually the wrong direction, in fact. Hang on, sorry, my mistake. Do I need to actually go? I need to go up. That's where I need to go. Here we go. Now, what happened in... Oh! Well, there's a level 25 skull down there. That's not exactly a big deal. Fine. And we've also got ourselves... Yeah, there's the skulls. Well, let's explore the house first. Actually, this isn't the right house. This is just a house to cut through. I'm not actually in the right place right now. Sorry, my mistake. Right. Skull. You are the... You're not that dangerous, so I'll just teleport down to you. And I think you're mostly on your own, so I should be able to finish you off immediately. Go and go and go. And now we can just stay away from you. No, you don't. Whatever you were about to do... Oh, dear. Right, there's quite a few of them, actually. Yeah, you're an Icor. So finish you off, then teleport out of there. Never get out of there in time. Bloody hell. You're a blinker. Yeah, I think you're a blinker. And screw you. There we go. And he's going to come in. Alright, if he wants to blink, I can do that too. Come on. Down you go. Right, that's a lot of them done. Now, it is... Looks like about here. Here we go. Second house. So, this appears to be the infection, and it needs to be cleansed. Might be another boss downstairs. If there is... Watch out. What's this? Ooh, remarkable pump action shotgun. Also, I got given another special weapon. Hang on, I should actually bother checking those. So, this shotgun is, yeah, 691 with burning damage fire rate of 10. Oh, that's really not that good. 352 fire to 10. Reload is fast and the magazine is larger, but yeah, Milton shotgun's definitely better. And my remarkable pre-win stake is, yeah, attack speed 10, stamina 31, and 36 stun. And I got given Charlotte's state, which is 35 stun. Yeah, that's 35 stun, Charlotte's state, but without any actual upgrades attached to it. I need to improve this thing. That could be amazing. Right, lovely. But keep the shotgun, because I might be going up against something really tough right now. And we've got ourselves problems. Problems. Now, teleport upstairs. Oh.
Yeah, coward! You brought this on us!
You infected the whole family! I said I wanted to leave the house!
What? Leave me alone with them while you go back to your hole. Fucking convenient.
Right. Interesting. Let's just quickly work on them. Oh, they're tougher than I would have expected. Right. Excuse me. Let's just quickly do some damage to you for the time being. There we go. And just work on one of them. If we can just get one down. She's one. Oh, dear. No. And, oh, dear. You're annoying, aren't you? You're going to be very annoying. Right, okay. I want to really... Oh, blimey heck. Okay, heal up. Okay, get over to her. I just want to basically work on... Yeah, you're going to be very annoying indeed. Just heal, and yeah, I need to keep retargeting her, because otherwise... Oh, I can get both of them at once, that's good. Whenever she teleports, it bloody does problems. Right, go! No. Okay, so she's dead. And he's... Ouch! That explosion! Every cocking time. Right, what are your resistances? Melee. Okay, you're not resistant to blood. Good. That's good, because I've got a really advanced high-level blood spear, which I can just do over and flipping over again. And hold still, please. And here's blood spear. Lovely. Now I need to actually use my sword to get my blood back on you. You're a bit resistant to melee, but mostly it's fine. Watch out, though. He hits a bit on the hard side. He's only level 27, though. And actually, you know what? And get in there. Keep your distance, and... Oh, he's going to get one good bite in. But he's almost dead. He's fine at this point. Go, and more blood. Done. That should be both of them taken care of. Now, you got yourselves infected, though you were still cogent. How did you get infected? By any chance, was it this Doris woman? Yes, indeed, Doris Fletcher. So we've got a common link. Beautiful. And it sounds like the husband was having an affair with her. That's how he picked it up. So, we've got ourselves a target.
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher.
And yes, indeed. That is now our target. Go and kill her. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? We'll get to that next time. Tonight, I want to wrap up by speaking to the butler, seeing if he's got anything to say about my dad's little hidden treasure hunt. Oh my goodness, that's so sweet. The watch, I haven't sold it or broken it down. I'm going to give it to Avery, because he's been taking care of my mother this whole time.
Avery, I finally deciphered my father's puzzle. Among other things, I found his watch. I'd really like you to have it.
I can't accept this gift, sir.
Yes, you can, Avery. You deserve it.
I thank you, sir. I'll keep it until the day I die.
Oh my goodness, that's so sweet. That's so nice. Oh, and that wasn't even suggested by the quest. I just chose to do that. I figured it out by myself. I love this game. This game is so good. Oh, my mother is apparently doing something secret. Hang on. Hang the flip on here. I happen to have arrived at just the right second. What is going on? Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing and where do I observe it from? Oh no, I just missed it. So potentially my mother's hiding a bit of a secret. We might need to keep an eye on that. But let's also, hang on, just quickly head over to my desk. Because, one, I've got a thick, rich blood sample. I thought that might be the final serum. And I've actually got enough flipping parts to upgrade Dragonbane to its max. Oh yes, and I need aluminium parts for further upgrades, so I don't actually have those right now. Leave it be, but Dragonbane's now level 5. Now this remarkable pump-action shotgun, it goes up to 480 if I get it to level 5, and then I can actually put a whole bunch of stuff on it. Go on then, that's, yeah, 480. Milton's is, hang on, Milton's is 691 with 2 magazine. This has got, yeah, way faster on the reload, more in the magazine. And I suspect when I actually fully upgrade it, yeah, give it a go. Let's actually upgrade this to level 5. And then also go for reloading time. No, the reloading time's already pretty short. So damage dealt up 10%. Then damage dealt up by another 10%. It's already getting flipping close, isn't it? That's already up to 624. So it's actually already pretty damn close, or more damage to vampires and beasts, but I need white phosphorus for that, which I don't have. So instead, yeah, just increase the damage to 624, and then finally, that is stun, or, no, I can't do the rest of it. So 624 for that, or 691. Honestly, I might just use that for the reduced reload time, and 3 in the magazine. That seems like a good idea. Now, Charlotte's stake, yeah, because my existing stake is, that's already, hang on, where's my existing stake? My existing stake is only level 4 and 36. This is 35 without any improvements. So I can very easily just add way more onto this. That's up to 38. That's up to 41. That is up to, and then what's this doing? That's, stamina consumption down. So 41 and then, okay, so it's 41, attack 10, stamina 27. This one is 36. Actually, you know what? It would be about the same. It would be about the same, except, yeah, Charlotte's requires less stamina, so it's definitely better. So I'm up to 41 stun on stake, which is pretty damn good. I've got 2 really good shotguns, and I've got Dragonbane up to 5. Oh, yeah. That double blood point absorption, that is absolutely the way to do it. So, the equipment's looking good, but obviously, it's time for a sleep in my very own bed. Because I am just swimming in XP right now. Now, I think I know what I want to do immediately. No, actually, I need to get up to level 26. I'm not allowed to use that to unlock level 26, sadly. I do like Abyss. How good does Abyss get up to... Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think Abyss is pretty damn cool. So we'll get Abyss straight up to level 3. Because Abyss is hilarious. But until I'm level 26, no more of that. Now, I've got to be thinking either health or stamina. I've got pretty good stamina right now. I'm willing to spend 1,500 on a tiny bit more health. Yep, fine. That gets me to level 26, and that means now... Can I afford this? No, that's 6,000. Sadly, I'm just shy, but I would not mind this being up to 1,300 shadow damage. That's just kind of hilarious. I like Abyss. Abyss is pretty damn good. And then I need to be level 32 for the rest of it. But I'm pretty happy with that. What else could I potentially take that's in any way useful? Not much, to be honest. I think I'll actually save up the actual XP for something else. Confirm, and see how what I've done affects the world. So, over in... Yeah, okay. This is looking pretty good so far, actually. That's all healthy there, 96%, nearly sanitized, in fact. What's going on in Whitechapel? Looks like it's holding at critical. Some people are getting sick, so I need to go and take care of that at some point. As for the Pembroke Hospital, holding it stable. Again, more illnesses, and unfortunately it's all headaches that I can't really sort out. If I'm passing by, remember to sort out Milton. And the docks, I actually was able to cure a bit of that. No. Sadly, we're still just inside critical. But it's holding steady. It's not about to fall into hostile. I'm pretty happy with where we are. And the West End is looking good. But remember to sort out Louisa's headache if I happen to be passing by. No, I can't, John. The whole point is you can't do headaches. And there we go. Still got some good XP. Got some mighty, mighty weapons. It's time to head over to the theatre. And, conveniently, I might also swing around at the same time to see if I can actually access Pandora's box. Because if I can actually get into that lovely little building, well, that would just be marvellous. Assuming it's in there. I think it's in there, but then possibly the entrance I was looking at is actually the entrance to the theatre. We'll have to find out next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Vampyr. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Oh no! Oh dear! America's decided they do not like us! Just want to finish off China. I can die happily. Well, not happily because there's nuclear fire involved, but moderately happily. There we go! I've just started... Oh god. The Earth was fun, wasn't it? We can all agree the Earth was great.